Hi there and welcome to the portal to my daydreams. If you're new here, my name is Alexandria and I make videos about my little life as an artist living in a tiny home on a horse farm. Every day I wake up and I express gratitude for where I am right now. Little me would be jumping up and down with excitement knowing I'm training my own foal, riding 3 times a week, and teaching others what I know, living as close to nature as I can in my little tiny home on the farm, and making art freely. Every morning I wake up and I come out to see Clover. I have some bonding time with her and I also give her her vitamins and probiotics. She's starting to lose her baby coat, and when horses lose their coat they lose them in multiple spots, like it's patchy. So she looks a little funny right now, but she's still cute. I have so much to do as I've been slowly starting up my small art business. I have my website up, I have 2 sticker sheets out, I have charms up, I have a few products up already. My branding is pretty set in stone, but there's still some like customizations I need to do over my social media platforms and also my online store. I made my next sticker sheet. I developed that and assembled those last night. I did run into some roadblocks again with my silhouette machine, but I was able to figure it out, and I was thankfully able to fall asleep peacefully knowing I finally figured it out and was able to make my sheets. But I need to do some errands. The next thing I want to start making is prints, so I'm gonna go get some photo print paper from Office Depot. I also realized I really need to organize all my business stuff I have going on now that I'm starting to take my art more seriously. It feels so strange saying that after denying myself this for years. My studio space is also quite a mess right now. It's not even really just a mess, it just doesn't feel as inspiring because it feels like unorderly and like a little bit cluttered. So that's one of my goals too over the next couple days. I want to just revamp my studio space and make it a space that I feel confident filming in, that I feel inspired to create in, that I don't feel like cluttered and suffocated. And I do live in a tiny home, so that does make it a little hard, but I like to think I'm good at organizing things in small spaces. So this is a little haul. I got a folder, I got the high quality photo print paper for making art prints, and I also got a notebook to turn into my business notebook. Just finished making my first tab as well as tracking my business expenses so far. I have this little envelope for smaller receipts, but before I continue, I'm going to take a little break and go outside and continue to do some halter training with little Clover. The hardest part of filming this all is trying to set up the camera. Right now, I'm teaching her to lead with less pressure. So just teaching her that when she has the halter on and I'm holding the rope, that I'm asking her to follow. I just want her to respond with the most minimal amount of pressure on the lead rope, and she's been doing very good. And of course, I had to come say hi to Duke, the stallion on our farm. He was waiting for his carrot. So I finished going through and making these sticky tabs for the rest of my notebook. I literally just used these little tabs that I got from Miniso, and I just put some of my holographic laminate that I used for my stickers, some of the scraps, and I put it over each tab, connected it to the notebook that way. think it looks super cute. I also decorated it with so many stickers, including stickers from one of the artists I'm most inspired by, Little Honey Bear, and some of my own stickers, of course. It's been a super stormy week. I mean, it's been thunderstorming every single day. And today I really didn't want to get out of bed. I was so comfy. So I made a little floor bed so I could lounge around downstairs. I have some Akatar inspired ambiance. Then on the table today, I have my iPad to binge watch my favorite YouTubers. I have these 2 books that I'm currently reading. I'm still trying to get out of my Throne of Glass reading slump after finishing that series. So yeah, I have a fantasy themed book, but then I also have a more philosophical book as well. Sometimes I'm just in the mood for one or the other. Of course, I have my Switch to play Hello Kitty Island Adventure. My hair is super messy from sleeping. I just made myself a nice cup of chai tea.
It has this like slightly
Just got to the thrift store. I kind of had a spontaneous urge to get out of the house and frolic around, and it's been rainy pretty much all day, so I figured I'd frolic through the thrift store. There are a few things I'm looking for. I really want to find a candle holder because my candelabra that I had broke, and then I also had a singular candle holder that also broke. And you guys know I like to live by candlelight like a little vampire, so I am on the hunt for a new one, and I always find them at the thrift store, so I'm hoping I'll find one that I really like. And I don't know, I just want to find some cool stuff. It's been a while, so. Guys, I kid you not, I like literally found nothing. I didn't find a single thing. That never happens. But I've also just become more selective of what I want to fill my home and closet with. And I don't usually have much luck at Goodwill, but I figured I'd at least find a good candle holder. I'm currently working on my next sticker sheet. I think this one's gonna be called Dewdrop Dragons. I'm really inspired by dragons in fantasy concept, and with all the rain, I was very inspired by the dewdrops that I find in the mornings and just the little raindrops I find on petals after the storm. This is seriously my favorite smoothie right now. It's literally bananas, strawberries, a scoop of peanut butter, and chocolate oat milk. I actually hate peanut butter, but I try to sneak it into my smoothies because it's good for you. And same thing with bananas. I hate bananas, so I always tell them make it taste more like strawberries than bananas. Ten out of 10. I've been getting this from the local health food store instead of going to Tropical Smoothie. The weather cleared up a bit today, even though it was super hot and sunny. It stopped raining for a couple hours, so I was able to go on a little solo hike. It's almost 100 degrees outside, so I was honestly dying, but I'm really inspired by nature. A lot of my art inspiration comes from nature. I think it's so important to regularly spend time in nature and outdoors, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. For me, that looks like hiking alone. That is going to directly fuel your inspiration in your art. Or he's sick. Hopefully not the latter. Somebody left him nuts. Okay, bye. Oh, these turtles definitely get fed here. Oh my god, there's an alligator snapping turtle under there. Yeah, as soon as I walked over here, they all came out. God, he's huge. Oh my goodness, the storm just rolled in out of nowhere, so it's definitely gonna downpour pretty hard. Yeah, I'm gonna do some editing. I'm also gonna do some journaling too. Today is a new moon, and on new moons I like to write my intentions out for the next month. But I like to write my intentions out, and it's also almost the end of the month, so I'm gonna write my June goals out as well. Just have a clear idea of like what it is that I want to welcome into my life. This is like my manifestation journal of sorts, I guess, where I kind of just write goals, aspirations, and dreams. And I only write positive things in this book. Like, that's the only rule with this book. I only write positive things that I want to bring into my life. If something really positive happened that I want to remember forever, I like to write it in here. And then this is just my regular everyday journal right now. It's really pretty and I really like it. It has a really nice clasp. I literally just like dump in this journal. There are no rules for this journal. You just write freely. I also do my morning pages in here if you guys are familiar with Artist's Way. Goodness, my garden is becoming so untamed. I really need to come out here and work on it. Baby, what do you do now? So I just got some more Calico Critter blind bags that I'm gonna make some more charms out of. And I haven't opened any of these series before yet, so I'm excited and hopefully I get the cute one. This month I've really been working on getting all my ducks in a row with my little small art business and also turning my art into products. So I finally made some business cards and I'm very happy with how they came out. They're super cute. And I also worked on making some prints from this art piece that I did with gouache a while back. I am still in love with it. I just love how fairy forest it feels. I was trying to figure out how to make the colors as close to the original as possible. So I really had to tweak with the settings until I could figure out how to get it just right, and I finally did. So these are gonna be in my shop drop soon as well. Don't buy this cheap paper cutter from Amazon for $7 because it cuts sideways fine, but it doesn't cut vertically well. If this piece was in here, it wouldn't have fit. So I ended up staying up until nearly 5 a.m. this night. Honestly, been driving me nuts the past few weeks that my art studio space has just been completely disorganized and it's just super cluttered. Like, that's one of the reasons why I always feel blocked to create, is if I feel like my space isn't like energetically cleared, And if I feel like it's physically cluttered, it's really hard for me to get into that creative mood. Really happy that I just honestly knocked it out all in one night, just deep cleaned, reorganized, got rid of things that weren't working anymore, like paintbrushes that were just so old and so stiff. So that was super refreshing.
Let's try to teach something new.
Good girl. Give me brushes. And these are the sheets that I made last night. I decided to use a plaid background, and for my little signature lace trim that I have, I usually put this lace trim PNG on my thumbnails for my shop, on my thumbnails for my channel. These came out so cute. Definitely check out my shop. The link is in the description. Or you can just go to alexandriasreveries.store. Definitely check them out if you want to support me. I also have so many mess ups from it cutting too hard through the paper, but honestly that's okay because I'll use these for like journaling or just to add as little freebies and orders. I just made this little apple charm and I'm completely obsessed. It's so cute.
I don't think she's keen on sharing you.
Don't come at me with that face. Saw that little stomp.
Is she getting mad when I stop?
I think she is. Everyone's irritated right now.
Except for Meg, because she likes her. Oh my. Zoomies. Post-rain zoomies. He wants to play. Like he's like, play with me. Oh my god. Whoever's like, yo, stop. I like how she just turns her butt at him. She just gives a warning. It's like, don't do it, I'm gonna kick you.
Is he bucking?
Oh my god, he looks so silly.
Cheerio getting in on it.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, comment down below what fun activities you've been up to this month. You guys know I love interacting with you guys in the comments, and I will see you next week. Oh, and also the sponsor of this video today is me. I'm my own sponsor, so be sure to check out my art store. The link is in the description, or you can just go to alexandriasreveries.store. Stay tuned for my shop drop at the beginning of June.